Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Jess. Welcome back to another MLB The Show video. Today we got some gameplay of me playing ranked season on Diamond Dynasty. Now, since I have Vladimir Guerrero, I have pretty much everybody in the game. And at this point, I'm like 0-3. I'm really bad. I'm playing my first games ever. I have no idea what I'm doing. Even though the team is good, I'm not. And I asked to stream, because I was streaming this, any person you guys want to see. I pretty much have everybody. I'm going to lose no matter what, but if you guys want to see somebody particularly, let me know. And somebody was like, hey, can we see some Aaron Judge? And I said, you know, I got you. We're going to go on ahead, put Aaron Judge in the lineup, because the first few games he was not. I try to keep guys in their position. I could go out of position and put like Stanton at center field and things like that, but I want to keep guys in their natural position. But you know, the stream was like, you got to not do that. Just put Bryce Harper at left fielder. You got to get him in. He's too good. But somebody wanted to see Judge, and like I said, I was like, I got you. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in. But let's put him in front of Vlad. You know, Vlad to give him some protection. Hopefully, Aaron Judge will get some good pitches to see, and you know, maybe he can do something for us. So this is my first game with Judge, and I'm losing to like all silver teams. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I'm throwing to the wrong bases. I'm dropping pop-ups. Is literally my first online games. Anytime I've played MLB in the past, it's always been road to the show. I've never done anything online, so it shows with me, like literally losing to all silver teams. Like, you take a look at my opponent's team, and this is the type of teams I was facing regularly. You know, maybe a good player or two, but my team is obviously far more dominant. I just have no idea what I'm doing. Like, none. It's awful. It's awful. That's like me playing somebody in Madden. If they had a gold team, if they had like an all elite team and I had a gold team, but they don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to slide protect. They don't know how to ID the mic. Oh, I'm gonna blitz them to death. They're not gonna be able to move the ball against me. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm losing. I'm a little frustrated because I hate losing, but I get it. It's gonna take me time. This is a game where a lot of people are like, you know, Nelson, it takes there's a learning curve here. It's gonna take some time. So here's Aaron Judge's first at bat. Now, mind you, I'm like 0-2 or 0-3 online at this point. I don't even think I've scored a run yet. So his very first plate appearance, comes up, throws a pitch, swing! Very first at bat, very first swing, Aaron Judge, the cover boy, gives me a home run. And I'm excited, right? I'm really excited. So to end the inning, we end up grounding out to the shortstop, but we got a lead, and this is like the first lead I had. So pitching, Kershaw. I have trouble with pitching. At first, I was using the meter, and people are like, you know, you got to. So people have been giving me tips on, you know, how to get better. And if you guys have any type of recommendations, I would greatly appreciate it, because again, I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's going to take me some time to get better at the game. Right here, we end up throwing a fluffernutter. He ends up taking off the second base, and yeah, my pitching is awful. I'm really having a tough time getting good pitches to where they don't fall so far out the strike zone and it goes exactly where I want it to go. Doesn't happen often for me. My patience at the plate is awful. I can't really tell the difference between a low ball out of the strike zone between, you know, to something that's inside the strike zone. They all look very familiar to me. Right there, we start off. I believe that was a leadoff walk, which is something we really don't want to do, right? You never want to walk somebody, but I'm having a tough time getting pitches inside the strike zone. Right here, we end up striking him out, and we end up getting to strike him out, throw him out as he tried to take off for second base, but we end up catching him in a rundown, and we end up getting the double play. So mind you, I still got a lead at this point, which I'm really excited, which doesn't happen too often. 3-2 pitch right here, lined right up the middle, and we end up getting a rare base hit. Again, hasn't happened too often. I'm struggling in these streets. Right here, we end up flying out for, I think that's the second out of the inning, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, it is. So right here, and we end up popping out, but still maintaining a lead here. One thing I will say, like, people are stealing bases on me like it's nothing. I didn't know how to throw over. I don't know how to steal bases myself. I don't know how, like, I'm still throwing to third base by accident instead of first base. It's bad. Like, it's really bad. At this point, I got a little bit of a hang of it, you know, compared to the first few games I lost, which was awful. So right here, Aaron Judge's second plate appearance, already coming off a solo home run last time in the first inning. And then, oh, man, I wanted to murder that. Look at my PCI. You see it's small. I'm definitely swinging with square. I'm going full power with Aaron Judge. I think he throws a low and away strike right here, and I end up missing. Nope, I do not miss it. I end up cleaning it right over the wall, and Aaron Judge has 2 home runs in his first game, and he ends up quitting. My first ever online victory, and I was excited. I was really, really, really pumped, screaming. I can't believe I won because I was doing so bad. You know, people were destroying me. Like, they're scoring 5, 6, 7 runs a game against me because, again, I have no idea what I'm doing. Right here, you take a look at this team, you take a look at mine, and obviously, like, it's clear we have the advantage, right? I haven't really faced anybody that has come close. That guy who had a diamond, the game that I won where he quit, was the first time I actually played somebody that had a diamond. You see, he has a silver pitcher, and for the most part, we're going up against, you know, teams that are really bad. But as I've asked, I was like, hey, you know, if somebody has a bad team, are they capable of winning against a good team if the bad team knows what they're doing? A lot of people are like, oh, yeah, definitely. And I can see it. And I like that there's a skill gap here. I like that you just can't go on ahead and dominate dominate with a good team if you don't know what you're doing. And that happens in Madden. Like, I lose to people because their teams are just that good to where, you know, it just does things for them. And you can like, they don't really know what they're doing. You know when you're playing somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. And I feel like people in MLB, they can tell I don't know what I'm doing, so they're running amok. They're stealing bases on me. They're doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and it's frustrating. As we end up hitting a baby tapper with Altuve, but he's so fast, he ends up beating it out for the single. And then my first ever stolen base. Of course, I got to ask the stream how to do it because I didn't know how. And we actually got it on a pitch out, which is pretty dope. And right here, Aaron Judge ends up flying out, though. Unfortunately, that stolen base goes to waste, and we're unable to produce any type of runs. So we're down 1-0 at this point, and I'm just trying to, like, look how bad I'm missing the pitches. But we do get the strikeout, but he advances, and we don't get the out, which is frustrating. It's frustrating. But we do end up striking out the last batter of the inning and still maintaining this 1-0 deficit. And right here, we hit it to the shortstop. He ends up going to second base, and we end up beating it out to first base as both runners were safe. So we got a guy in first and second, no outs, with a good opportunity to get ourselves a single and possibly take the lead, but we end up grounding out to the third baseman, and nothing prevails there. So again, we're struggling here. Fast forward a little bit, we end up getting a leadoff walk right there with the pitcher. So right here, I know Altuve's a monster, but I just want to bunt him over, right? Just get him to second base. Maybe I can get a blooper and bring him in, and then that went foul. Like, you know, we're just going to hit now. You know, I don't want to go get another foul tip or anything like that. And then Altuve says, oh, you want to bunt with me? Here's your bunt. Let me bunt it over the outfield wall. And we end up hitting a home run over the green monster, giving me a 2-1 lead. But it doesn't last very long as he absolutely scorches this one off of the green monster, and he ends up tying the game back to 2-2. And again, at this point, I'm a little bit more familiar with it. I'm actually throwing to the right base for the most part. You know, this way of pitching is definitely a lot better than the meter way, but it hurts your thumbs a lot. As right there, he ends up trying to scoop up third base, but we end up throwing him out. It hurts my thumbs a lot. Definitely hurt my thumbs a lot. Right here, we had a runner in second base, and you know, 2 outs. The pitcher's up, and I asked the stream, who do you guys want to see? And you see who they voted for them to go on ahead and have pinch hit. And it actually worked out for us because on this pitch right here, this 0-1 pitch, we hit a line, well, not a line drive, but a nice little grounder right up the middle. And we end up getting a single, which brings in the runner and gives us the lead, which doesn't last long. Right here, typical noob mistake. I thought I was going to be the center fielder right there. See, things like that, which is just very frustrating. As soon as the ball was hit, I thought I was going to be on the center fielder, but I was not, and I didn't know left trigger switches you to the other outfielder. I did not know that. So what would have been a routine flyout ends up being a triple for him, and he ends up tying the game. See, little things like that happen against me to where you can tell I don't know what it is I'm really doing out here, and he ends up taking the lead with a big home run. And man, it felt like, but I feel like we're getting a little better as we give up another home run. I actually scored some runs this game with the games that I've lost. We were just losing like 6-0. Got to a point where after like the 7th inning, a guy was just bunting just to get outs because he wanted to go on ahead and fast forward. speaking of fast forward, we're going to fast forward to the 9th inning here. We're going to leave the whole 9th inning unedited here for you guys. So you see we're down 2 runs at this point. I'll be honest, I even said to the stream, you know, we lost as we get a nice base hit, 5.5 hole right there, Tony Gwynn's favorite spot. We end up getting a nice little single with Altuve, and I'm a little desperate here to try and get him in scoring position here. So I think he throws a pitch out and I don't go. Or maybe I think I get caught on a pitch out here though, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really remember, but yeah, not here. But I think on a 2-1 count he throws a pitch out, which I wasn't expecting. I think there's a ball here, and then he does a pitch out. Or is it a no? Okay, I swing and miss, and then he does a pitch out. I wasn't expecting a pitch out on a 1-2 count, and I tried taking off. It was a pitch out. Perfectly thrown ball right there, and I get gunned out. And I even said to the stream, like, you know, I'm losing here. It's definitely, you know, a little frustrating because goofy things happen, like routine pop-ups results in triples for them. You know, little things like that are frustrating me. But you know, we're getting a little better though. You know, getting a little better. So with 2 outs remaining, Aaron Judge comes up, already hit 2 home runs in his first debut game. Right here, 5-3, and we end up. So you see, like things like I'm having trouble deciphering if that's in the strike zone or not. That obviously is going to come with time of playing the game. He's 1 strike away from winning the game here, so we're definitely a little nervous, and we end up cracking one to the deepest part of the ballpark, and we end up hitting a home run, putting us within 1. Now the chat's going crazy, like, oh my God, like, come back, and I'm like, stop, it's not going to happen. First pitch swinging, Vlad with the bare bone hands, no protection whatsoever. We end up hitting it, Tony Gwynn's favorite spot, 5.5 hole, and we end up getting a single. To where the very next batter is Mike Trout, and you guys see the title, so you guys can see, you guys know exactly what happens. And he ends up throwing a meatball right here, and we end up taking a ball. That is not said meatball. This right here is said beautiful, glorious meatball. Swing! And right here, I did not know it was a home run. I honestly couldn't tell. I don't know if it's a home run or not until it gets over the wall and I go crazy. I'm actually going to play the live audio that happened. Hopefully, we don't catch a copyright strike from the music holder. I'm going to try and play a small clip so the algorithm can't pick up the music. But we end up winning a walk-off, and we end up winning back-to-back games, man, which is huge for somebody like me who has no idea what they're doing. You know, this is not a game to where you can, like in Madden, if you have the best team, you cannot know what you're doing and win games. I've lost to people like that. It happens, you know. But this is not a game like that, and I like that. I like that good players are going to be able to outshine players that don't know what they're doing, and that's how it should be. You know, if a player puts time and effort into getting good, he should separate himself from somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. But we end up getting the victory. Again, back-to-back wins. I think at this point we're 2-3 or something like that. And, you know, slowly but surely getting the hang of it. I'm still doing very, very bad. But Altuve was 5 for 5, even though we tried to bunt with him. But we still got ourselves a home run. 2 RBIs by Altuve, who's player of the game. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Let me know if you guys want some more Road to the Diamond Dynasty gameplay. We end up coming clutch with the walk-off. And I've played a lot of sports games in my life. And, man, that moment of getting a walk-off feels unbelievable. That's like a 50-yard Hail Mary with no time on the clock. You're down 6 in Madden. I don't even know if I would have gotten the same feeling I've gotten that I did here getting that walk-off. Like, wow, we even had 14 hits, so our hitting is getting a little better. Even though our pitching is still buns, our fielding is buns, we got a lot of work to do. But hopefully you guys enjoy, man. It's your boy Jess. We're going to go on ahead and be signing out. We're going to play the live audio of the walk-off that happened. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, man. If you guys did, hit that like button, man, for the, I don't know, 800 people that are going to watch this video. Hit the like button. Definitely motivates me to want to bring you guys some more content. Yeah, so we're going to jump right into the live clip. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Peace.
I want this forever. I swear I could spend whatever on it. Cause she hold me down every time I hit.
Wait a minute. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!